Strategy is very important when you want to running a business. That's why you have to implementing the best strategy.
There is a good quote from Nancy Perry. She said that changing your pay plan is a big risk, but not changing it could be a bigger one.
First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Felicia Monika.
And my name is ASTRI DATMALEM. We are from Economic and Business Faculty, University of Lampung.
In this video, we will explain about Chapter 7. Chapter 7 is about implementing strategies, management, and operation issues. First, there are 10 objectives of this chapter. These 10 objectives can lead us to understand about the chapter itself. First, there is a figure 7.1. The strategy implementation stage of strategic management is revealed in this figure. Successful strategy formulation doesn't guarantee successful strategy implementation. The nature of strategy implementation. Strategy formulation and implementation can be contrasted in the following ways. The first is strategy implementation is primarily an operational process,
Requires good intuitive and analytical skills.
requires special motivation and leadership skills,
Requires coordination among a few individuals.
requires coordination among many individuals,
Positioning forecasts before the action.
managing forces during the action,
Focuses on effectiveness.
focuses on efficiency,
And the last is primarily an intellectual process.
Implementing strategies requires such as action as altering sales territories,
Adding new departments.
closing facilities, hiring new employees,
Changing an organization pricing strategies.
and so on. It is essential that divisional and functional managers be involved as much as possible in strategy formulation activities. That's why we have to know and we have to understand about the management perspective. Managers and employees throughout an organization should participate early and directly in strategy implementation decisions. And next is annual objectives. Annual objectives serve as guideline for action, directing and channeling efforts and activities of organization members. Annual objectives are essential for strategy implementation because they, first, represent the basic for allocating resources,
Are a primary mechanism for evaluating managers.
are the major instrument for monitoring progress toward achieving long-term objectives,
Establish organizational, divisional, and departmental priorities.
That's why annual objectives are essential for strategy implementation. And next is policies. Policies facilitate solving recurring problems and guide the implementation of strategy. Policies are the instrument of strategy implementation. And next, we will talk about resource allocation. Resource allocation is a central management activity that allows for strategy execution. All organizations have at least 4 types of resources that can be used to achieve desired objective. First is financial resources,
Physical resources.
human resources,
And the last is technological resources.
Interdependency of objectives and competition for limited resources often leads to conflict. In this slide, in this section, we will talk about how to manage the conflict itself. Conflict can be defined as a disagreement between two or more parties on one or more issues. Various approaches for managing and resolving conflict can be classified into 3 categories. The first is avoidance,
Second one is diffusion.
and the last is confrontation. Changes in strategy often require changes in the way an organization is structured. So, Now we will learn about matching structure with strategy. We examine this issue by focusing on 7 basic types of organizational structure. The first is divisional process,
Functional,
divisional by product,
strategy business unit,
divisional by customer,
matrix,
and the last is divisional by geographic area.
Next, we're gonna talk about the reconstructuring, reengineering, and engineering. First, restructuring. What is restructuring? Restructuring is concerned primarily with the shareholder well-being rather than employee well-being.
And reengineering concerned more with employee and customer well-being than shareholder well-being.
Linking performance and pay to strategies. In this section, we're gonna talk about this linking performance that has 3 ways. The first one is dual bonus system.
The second way is profit sharing system.
And the last is gain sharing system. Next, we're gonna talk about the managing resistance to change. It can be considered the single greatest threat to successful strategy implementation. There are 3 approaches. The first one is force changing strategy.
The second one is educative change strategy.
And the last is rational or self-interest change strategy. Next, we're gonna talk about the creating a strategy sportive culture. There are 10 useful in linking culture to strategy. The first one is formal statement of organizational philosophy, characters, creeds, materials used for recruitment and selection, and socialization.
Next is designing of physical spaces, packets, and buildings.
And then deliberate role modeling, teaching and coaching by leaders,
explicit reward and status system, promotion criteria,
stories, legends, myths, and parables about key people and events.
And next is what leaders pay attention to, measure and control,
leader reaction to critical incidents and organizational crisis,
how the organization is designed and structured,
organizational system and procedures,
criteria used for recruitment, selection, promotion, leveling of retirement, and excommunication of people.
Next, we're going to talk about production or operation concerns when implementing strategies. Production process typically contribute more than 70% of firm's total assets. Decision on the first one is plant size,
the second one is inventory control,
the third one quality control,
the fourth is cost control,
and the last is about the technological innovation. Next, we're gonna talk about human resources concern when implementing strategies. We're gonna learn about the first one is employee stock ownership plan,
balancing work life and home life,
benefits of the diverse workforce,
and we will learn about corporate wellness program.
Let's talk about the employee stock ownership plan. It's about the tax qualified defined contribution employee benefit plan, whereby employees purchase stock of the company through borrow money or cash contribution. And then about the balancing work life and home life, it's about the work or family strategies have become so popular among the companies today that the strategies now represent a competitive advantage for those firms. Next is about benefits of diverse workforce, which is an organization can perhaps be most effective when its workforce mirrors the diversity of its customers. And the last is about the corporate wellness, which is wellness programs provide counseling to the employees and the seek lifestyle change to achieve healthier living.
Okay guys, this is the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to